What a big night this is gonna be. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good tonight. I wanted to go under the radar and do this show real quick, but I wanted to break down some details. Next gen is gonna be looking beautiful, and Xbox is gonna be the world leader of next generational gaming, alongside with the PC community. There's something brewing in the future, people, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop the bomb now. Don't be surprised if massive news comes out about Halo Infinite. Most people think there's a lot of issues going over there that's of the negative, but New Legal thinks the total opposite. I believe that something very big and positive is going to shake up the Xbox community unlike no other between now and Christmas. I don't know, just feeling kind of lucky right now. So with no further ado, I would like to start this show off and get to what we get to. Shout outs to the Xbox Live community. Thanks for everyone tuning in, making Di-RRec Gaming what it is. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your sisters and brothers, your dearest and closest relatives, to every state, hood, county, and country. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to come out here and mess with this dude right here who loves the Xbox community so much. And for that, I'm going to break down the news today. We're going to get down to it. Why is Xbox Series X a monster to these monsters? Nobody wants to tell it. Seems like everybody wants to hide from it when it's already been said to us. So for that, since y'all want to hide, I'm coming out on the surface. I'm a front runner. I'm going to put myself on the enemy lines right up at the front. It's going down. Thanks to everybody, once again, for being a part of the show. Let's get to it, y'all. Peace. Everybody seems to not understand what's going on out here, people. I don't know why they want to act like they don't understand it when it's been told to us long time ago. It's been told to us so much that it doesn't even make sense. But yet, you get people out here still want to stumble. But I got all my proof that I'm bringing to the table tonight. There's not going to be no stones unturned. You're going to understand. You're going to understand, man. They're going to understand tonight. We here, Hyperfame. And they're going to understand tonight, baby. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All this not understanding things and trying to glance over stuff, it's not going to work tonight, man. It had a good run, but it's time, man. It's time to get down to it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take my time and go ahead and knock this one out. I'm not even gonna spare it. Okay? I'm not even gonna spare it. So out the gate, yo. All right, out the gate. It has already been told to us. All right, by AMD. Who's who? It's already been told to us who's who. There's no trying to deny it. All right. It's been all over the place, from Tech Radar to AMD, all over the place. This was earlier this year. All right. There's gonna be some things that I'm gonna talk about, and I'm not gonna leave it up to the haters. Do your research, be students of the game. Some things I'm not gonna show compassion about. Others, yeah, I'm gonna show compassion about. So if you still lost after this show, it's because you choose to be. And I know that there's a lot of people that call this fanboyism or whatever. But I'm here to tell you right now, if this right here is fanboyism has never looked as good as this. All right? Don't look this good. So we've seen some hints of what RDNA 2 is capable of from the console demos and discussions that have already surfaced, like Unreal-powered next-gen gaming engine demos from several weeks ago. The specs on the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 indicate that Microsoft and Sony were both aggressive on GPU frequency and capability. Now, that's where everybody gets it all messed up and twisted about, right? This is where you hear the PlayStation guys say, well, look, man, they're going to get the same thing. There's no difference. They got RDNA too. They got it as well. You're hearing that right now. You're hearing that. And to their claims, they're right. But we over here know that that's where the buck stops with them. And, you know, we give you props, but that's where it stops. You don't understand that it's the box, baby. It's all about the Xbox now. You can't come to next generation. There's a gate that has to be open. That gate is called RDNA 2.0. With, now notice I said with, DirectX Ultimate. You can't come to next generation without those two. Those two are what's going to stop Sony from having massive bragging rights going to next generation. Because see, there's only two factors that coincide with Microsoft that do not play alongside with the Sony PlayStation 5 console. This is what people don't want to tell you about. Because see, the one thing about the new legal is I'm not industry. Remember what I said to y'all. I'm streets like you guys. Streets. So I'm not getting no handouts. I'm not marketable. And look, but I'm respected. I just want y'all to know that I'm respected. Therefore, I give that respect. But I don't have to change up who I am. I don't have to avoid contact. Yo, I told y'all, it's diplomat immunity here, man. I go where I want to go. I do what I want to do here, man. I'm independent. You feel me? I'm independent. I know I'm talking codes to y'all, but just know that I've never lied to you guys, man. I'm just like you guys on the streets. Check this out. The specs on the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 indicate that Microsoft and Sony were both aggressive on GPU frequency and capability, with farther potential going towards Microsoft. That's weird that they say that. Watch this. Microsoft is potentially pushing the envelope even farther than its Japanese rival. We expect RDNA 2 to move both PC and console gaming forward. And with the entire PC and console moving forward, the industry supporting ray tracing after these launches will likely see more ray tracing enabled games as well. I hope y'all heard me clearly right there. The funny part about that statement is it doesn't break it down. It doesn't break it down, y'all. Let me tell you something. When I said, it's funny, but when I said you're not going to be separated PC and Xbox Series X much longer, I meant what I said. They try to sit up in here and try to give hope. And I understand because it is kind of pitiful to have sold 113 million consoles while the other one sold roughly 60 million to 65, somewhere around the 70 million mark once you add them all up. And now you can't get anything out of the one that sold consoles. I would be mind-boggled myself. But the problem is, next generation isn't about how many consoles you sell, which I've already said that was coming. This is about the evolution in unity of PC and console gaming. Notice what I just said. Next generation is about the unity of PC and console gaming. So for all the PlayStation fans out here that still want to ride with all this exclusivity in their mouth, they're going to be let down one day because Sony did not push the envelope. Microsoft did. And this is why Microsoft has the market lead. Microsoft is dealing with DirectX 12, DXR, which is their own ray tracing. Notice both of those belong to Microsoft. Here's what Sony is rolling out. They trying their best to make these things equal, but they're not equal. I'm going to show you what Sony's going to tell you they're bringing. Like, you can make it seem as if this is like some really high-tech stuff that's really moving the industry, but it's very clear who has the next generational stuff. DirectX 12 Ultimate is on another level. And notice how Microsoft has influenced the PC gaming. Now that implementation is inside of NVIDIA cards. And then what did we just find out? AMD just now has joined the team. So Microsoft now has this technology in both NVIDIA cards and now AMD cards. Here's Sony, though. Let's be clear. Let's let Sony say what they got, okay? We're going to keep this fair and straight. Here's Sony. Sony is rolling out his own 3D audio algorithms, uber high bandwidth, I/O, and SSD controller with the PlayStation 5. Were y'all expecting to hear something else? I mean, if I was a PlayStation fan, I would have expected to hear something else. Well, sorry. Here's what you need to know. The DirectX Ultimate is the new gold standard for next generation of games. All right. From the team that has brought PC and console gaming, the latest in graphic innovation for nearly 25 years. We are beyond pleased to bring gamers DirectX 12 Ultimate, the combination of the best graphic technologies we've ever, that's the key words, you got to listen to that words here, ever introduced in an unprecedented alignment. Come on, legal. Say it loud for the people in the back. This is an alignment. This is joint to joint. Ligaments to ligaments, people. This is bridging the gap. Don't say it, though. Please don't say it. Please don't say those two words we don't want to hear. I'm sorry, y'all, but I got to say it. The unprecedented alignment between PC and Xbox Series X. They don't want y'all to know the truth. So they avoid saying stuff like that. They want to keep the PlayStation 5 relevant for some reason when it comes to next generational gaming. But when you hear it from the professionals, the PlayStation 5 doesn't come out of their mouths. The only consoles that are bridging PC gaming with console is the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. When gamers purchase PC graphics hardware with the DX12 Ultimate logo or an Xbox Series X. Oh, wait a minute, what? Let's scratch that for a minute. When gamers purchase PC graphics hardware with the DX12 Ultimate logo, or. So that means or gave us what? An option. So you're telling me I have an option to go with the PC graphics hardware that have the DX12 Ultimate logo on it, or simply just get an Xbox Series X. Why? They can do so with the confidence that their hardware is guaranteed to support all. It didn't say some. It didn't say many. It said guaranteed to support all next generation graphics hardware features. Now, what is that? The new legal? Some may be really, truly surprised. Yo, there's only so many new features that one can attest for when they talk next generational gaming. I don't recall many of these things that I'm about to say that are even in the PlayStation 5 console. But let's get to it anyway. These graphics hardware features include DirectX ray tracing, not in the PlayStation 5. Variable rate shading, yeah. Mesh shaders and sampler feedback, nope. This mark of quality ensures stellar, here comes them two words they don't like to ever hear, future-proof feature support for next generational games. The key word was future-proof. Check this out. This gets them too. DXR, which is DirectX ray tracing, belongs to Microsoft, adds a new level of graphics realism to video games, previously only available in movies, y'all. This was only available in movies. And AMD has collaborated. Hold on. Who did they collaborate with? Microsoft on the design of DXR 1.1. Knock them out the park, y'all. They can't come. They just can't come the next generation, man. Why do we know this? Because DXR 1.1 is an update. It was only DXR 1, bro. 1.1. An update occurred. An update to DXR that can deliver better efficiency and performance in many ray tracing effects. AMD says. So what? We're gonna speak for what AMD says now? We're gonna call AMD a liar. Right now, the GeForce RTX line is the only DX12 Ultimate option. But as AMD has confirmed, its next-gen Radeon cards will join the fray. Look at that right there. Wow. Did that not happen, people? Was AMD lying? I just want to know. Come on, man. I just want to know. So, here it comes. Here it comes. Here's where the tall tale comes at, right? They get confused when they hear this because really, their confusion isn't because they're stupid or dumb people. It's a fear. It's a fear. And fear tends to blind you. All right? So when you're fearful, you will accept anything that itches your ears. Well, people, today just ain't the day to be itching your ears, baby. The RDNA 2 is the next iteration of Navi. Typically, new and updated GPU architectures offer faster performance and better power efficiency than to be the case, right? That would be the case because that's usually what happens when we're talking about a shift. So typically new and updated GPU architectures offer faster performance and better power efficiency than the ones they replace. That's common sense, right, people? That's typically how it goes. And I fully expect that to be the case with RDNA 2. Additionally, RDNA 2 will introduce hardware-based support for real-time ray tracing. They hate that word too, because they know damn well PlayStation 5 don't have that real-time hardware ray tracing in it. All right? That support for real-time ray tracing. At present, remember, at present, only NVIDIA GeForce RTX cards and GPUs offer dedicated hardware to handle ray trace visuals. Mind you, they hate that word too. Dedicated. That's another game changer. And that has to deal with the RDNA 2 of the inner cores. Okay? Each core is a workload. It's a workload. I said a workload, but yeah, it is really. But the GeForce RTX cards and GPUs offer dedicated hardware to handle ray trace visuals. Technically, some of NVIDIA's GeForce GTX cards also support ray tracing, but it's entirely software-based and not feasible in most games. So we know damn well it ain't even in the PlayStation 5 games. They struggling just to get ray tracing put in. So we know that ain't talking about that, but guess what? Watch this. RDNA 2 is what will underpin the custom graphics cores. There's that word again. And Microsoft Xbox Series X, but here's where they lose their mind at. And Sony's PlayStation 5 consoles. Oh, I told you, legal. Got you. Both due out towards the end of the year. AMD has already confirmed it will be launching an RDNA 2 graphics solution on the PC later this year, but has not yet announced a release date or provided any detailed specifications. Until now, people. So, I mean, what do we got now? All right. Let's talk about it. Because, I mean, there's only one that's going next generation. Let's talk about it. So making them look better on compatible platforms like the Xbox Series X, it may take some time for games using this tech to be released. Really? But the point of having compatible hardware is to make sure you're future-proof. What? There's that word again. The whole purpose of this situation between the Xbox Series X and PC is to become future-proof. So what you are seeing is a collaboration, is a conglomerate between two companies that are dedicated to bringing the future of gaming together. You can't separate one of them. You can't separate. You just have an option. You're either going to buy a PC with the capabilities that Microsoft has given it, or you just simply buy an Xbox Series X. That's your two options. PlayStation 5 is not even on the sacrificial table. You can't even offer that to the next generational gods. All they're going to do is spit fire at it and give you one warning to never bring something like that to the table of sacrifices of gaming again. Because if you do, then your life is in jeopardy. You can't bring the PlayStation 5 here. An added benefit to PC and Xbox Series X being on the same graphics platform. I don't hear nothing about the PlayStation 5, bro. This is about PC and Xbox Series X being on the same platform of experience. So, they said there's benefits to this, right? Why do you think there's benefits to this? Because I'm going to tell you something. When Microsoft and that Series X starts porting over those PC games, they're not going to be different versions. They're going to be the actual PC game that came out of the PC world, whether it came from Steam or wherever. when it comes over to the Xbox, it's going to be the exact same game. Just letting y'all know that right now. PC games could become very easy to port to Xbox. As such, you may see an even greater influx of third-party and PC-centric titles come to the Xbox Series X. Damn. You mean to tell me that Xbox is going to be taking them PC games away? They coming to the Series X? Come on, Legal, you lying. For PC gamers, DirectX 12 Ultimate has been announced to have support on both NVIDIA and AMD hardware. A bit only one more recent product for the latter. AMD has said the standard will work on its RDNA 2 architecture, the design that underpins both, here they go again, right? The Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. That's where they lose their mind. Of course, AMD has to mention PlayStation 5. It did business with them. But of course, AMD has to mention Microsoft. They collaborated with them. Understand there's a difference. Understand that there's a difference between going to another company, buying what they have, going to another company and helping them customize something that you want. That's what happened. That's what happened. Microsoft and AMD been partnered. They've been partnering since the Xbox 360 days, y'all. Now watch what they say. As such, DirectX 12 Ultimate could theoretically work on PlayStation 5. That's their hope. You see how they do stuff like that? That's why Xbox is so beautiful to me, man. Because for some reason, they have a funny way of showing their fear. Why would they even say something like that? Because they really want Microsoft products, because they know that Microsoft products are beautiful and they work. If Xbox was so terrible and so whack and horrific, why they won't DirectX 12 on it? But we'll have to wait and see if Microsoft allows that to happen. Oh, really? Ha! You think? Ha! Really, right? Okay, check this out. Both consoles are going to be pretty powerful. From what we know about the PlayStation 5 specs, we'll cover them in full below. But spec-wise, the PlayStation 5 and its digital alternative are rocking an AMD Zen 2 base CPU with 8 cores. Of course you got 8 cores. They're not dedicated. There's a difference. That's why even their CPU, even the way the CPU functions is different. Microsoft maintains a 12 teraflop of power of speed for their console. That's not the same with the PlayStation 5. And we all know these are facts. There's no reason to run from them. It's you can run from these facts, but soon it's going to be so hilarious that you're going to have to make a decision. Am I going to stop fronting over this, or am I have to accept reality? And you know what? The new legal used to be a gambler back in his day. And I'm going to say this, that you're going to just have to accept reality. Because your hope for thinking that PlayStation 5 is going to be on the same level as the Xbox Series X, you're going to get let down. You're going to get let down. That CPU with 8 cores at 3.5 gigahertz, 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory, and a custom RDNA 2 AMD GPU. Understand, it's custom. They didn't co-engineer that. It's like I was saying. Sony went to AMD. AMD customized the chip. That was to be bought. Okay, it's like they walked in a store Hey, we got these, and then we got these that we customize. That AMD only customized for customers. Sony said, hey, I'll take one. All right? And what they got out of that puts out 10.28 T-flops of processing power. But we know that the PlayStation 5 cannot maintain that processing power. One of those flops is used to operate the operating system, and we know that. And then when they have to crank it up, they have to overclock it. So we know these things. They don't even operate the same. All right? That might sound like nonsense if you're not up to this kind of jargon, but prospective PlayStation 5 players have a lot to be excited about. Really? What's exciting about having something that we've already had? If you're talking about 1440p, 60 frames per second, then you're not even up on the level of the Xbox One X. So what's there to be excited about? Because you went from 1080p to 1440p? That's a game-changing situation? Because if that's the game-changing situation for PlayStation fans, they're in deep trouble when it comes to talking next generational talk. And just like I said, this is just the truth of the matter. This isn't fanboyism. This isn't, this isn't talking crazy to this one and that one if you all up in your feelings. This is just reality. Like I said, you're going to have to face reality. Sooner or later, you ain't got to face it here. You can talk about the new legal all day long, but guess what? I'm diplomatic, immune to all of that nonsense, man. You can make all the memes in the world. You can put a lot of work on your keyboard, grow blisters on your fingers because you don't like what I'm saying. But you don't have to like what I'm saying. Just understand what I'm saying is going to come to pass. And I sit back and just chill and watch the anguish. Y'all's anguish delights me. We've got full PlayStation 5 details for you below. Wow. It's funny, right? It's funny. Because the whole purpose of DirectX Ultimate is to combine PC gaming with Xbox. I hope I said that very clearly. The whole purpose, all right? I'm going to repeat this. Part of Microsoft's goal with DirectX Ultimate is to unify experiences across the PC and the Xbox Series X. Microsoft is also attempting to future-proof graphics hardware as much as possible, at least as it pertains to the features supported. If you buy a graphic card with the DirectX 12 Ultimate badge, it denotes support for all of the graphic technologies that will be relevant for next several years. PlayStation 5, you have been disqualified to walk down that road for several years. You're going to have to make some changes. Because Microsoft and PC, they stopped fornicating a long time ago. They got serious with each other. And guess what? They ended up marrying each other. It's a marriage. And that's what's funny. People don't understand that they got married, man. They got married. They want to try to downplay that with y'all, but I'm here to tell you right now what happened. They got married. There's no separating it. They're walking down the aisle together. All right? Let's take away any doubt. I know there's people that ain't trying to believe me, right? They doubting it up. So let's just take away that doubt, all right? I'm talking to my streets right now. Throwing a little hot sauce on this. Because, mind you, I do this right here, man. I'm a student of the game. I don't just salute the flag, man. I wear the jersey. All right? No robots here, man. This is not robotic. Let's take away the doubts. AMD announced in the blog post that its up-and-coming RDNA 2 graphics architecture will provide full support of DirectX 12 Ultimate, which includes a variety of visual tools for game developers. Among them is an update to Microsoft DirectX Ray Tracing DXR API used for real-time ray tracing. There's that word again that they don't like. There's a bit to unpack here, so I'll start with the AMD RDNA 2 GPU design. AMD introduced this RDNA graphics architecture with Navi, the GPU that powers the Radeon RX. And watch this. Look how beyond this was. Look how far back in the past and beyond this was, right? RX 5000 series. We had 6,000 series today, y'all. On desktops and mobile, it's built on a cutting-edge 7-nanometer manufacturing process, the same node AMD is using for its latest generation Ryzen CPUs Zen 2. RDNA 2 is the next iteration of Navi. Typically, new and updated GPU architectures offer fast performance. We know that. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. But check this out. That's hardware. This is what gets them in trouble. Sony don't have a magnificent software capability. And that's been old news for a long time. Guess what? On the software side, DX Ultimate is the newest application on the block. It's the new kid on the block. Programming and interface from Microsoft developed in concert with AMD and NVIDIA. Woo! Man, doesn't that sound good? They in concert, baby. They playing on the stage together. And it's a 3-man band. PlayStation ain't in this group. They don't want to tell you this. PlayStation ain't in this group. The only time PlayStation is relevant is when it walks up in that store and buys something from AMD. PlayStation isn't on stage with Microsoft, AMD, and NVIDIA. What does it have to offer to them? Software-wise, what are they pushing for those two companies to go to the future with? The answer? Not a damn thing, man. This is what allows developers to communicate with your hardware. DX12 Ultimate is not a revamping of DirectX, but dig it. It's a collection of updated tools and technologies, and the next version of DirectX ray tracing is one of them. I see y'all wilding tonight, and that makes me feel good because I can't laugh tonight, and as much as I want to with y'all, nah, not tonight. Not laughing at all. My face is dead serious tonight, man. You know, at some point you get tired of seeing all the people jumping around this because, see, it only benefits them. It benefits the articles. Why? Because if they give it all to you right now, what they got to go off of, like my man Tech would say? What would they have to play games with you with? You will know the truth. So they couldn't jog around with their articles like they do. All right? DXR adds a new level of graphics realism to video games previously only available in movies. We know that. So you can't sit up here and tell me that having something like that doesn't matter in gaming. Come on, man. That don't matter now? I'm just saying. AMD, right, gets immersive graphics at ultimate performance. Notice, it said ultimate performance with Microsoft DirectX 12. You get blazingly fast performance, high frame rates per second, and reduced latency on all AMD Radeon graphic cards and on AMD Radeon RX 6000. That brought us right here. We're not talking 5,000. We're talking 6,000. Series graphic cards support for DirectX 12 Ultimate enables features that deliver the next generation of gaming experiences. You tell me. Come on, man. Holler at your boy. I mean, we talking DirectX ray tracing, variable ray shading, mesh shaders, sampler feedback. Y'all want to hear something else? Check this out. AMD Radeon RX 6000 series graphics deliver impressive support of the full DirectX 12 Ultimate feature set and the upcoming DirectStorage API. Yo, DirectStorage is coming to PC. Drop a bomb. Drop a nuclear bomb. DirectStorage is coming to PC. Beautiful day. Offering great potential for game developers to create incredible gaming experiences for all AMD RDNA 2 architecture-based products. Yo, you want to know who said it? All right. Brian Langley, Graphics Group Program Manager, Microsoft. Don't get mad at me, get mad at him. He said it, not me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can't help you. You're not going next gen. Go talk to Sony while you're not going next gen. Because it's already been said. Microsoft went more into this. They went more into this. Big bank takes little bank. Come on, man. It's as if when Microsoft came into the store, not only did AMD say you got 5 minutes to grab whatever you want, but also when you're done, come over here and help us with this chip over here. And we're going to co-design you a chip along with our engineers and your engineers. And let's just do something that can move gaming together on a PC and console level that has never been done before. So what did I tell y'all? It ain't, hey, look, PC gamers, y'all ain't out of the woodworks on this show either. Y'all gonna get this smoke as well. And not on a negative impact, but just to wake y'all up too, because y'all been quiet out here. Y'all been real quiet. We don't even see y'all no more. Y'all feelings are so hurt because now, in order for you to brag as a master race entity, you got to come back home, baby. You got to come back home, and you got to stop fronting on Microsoft. Y'all are probably the most supportive Microsoft customers than we are. Because we know y'all ain't running analytics nowhere. Y'all are Microsoft Windows 10 operators. Y'all know y'all are. And there's billions of y'all out there. Y'all may not be gaming on your PCs, but you sure got it. You sure operating it. And the problem is this. You think because you got a PC, like we've been telling you, that you just gonna dodge Xbox. How does it feel now? You can't dodge Xbox because Xbox and PC got married. And NVIDIA is just his concubine. NVIDIA is just there to make sure the house is clean and the dishes get washed and the clothes get ironed. Baby, this is big pimping. What you think this was, man? Not playing around with y'all. Sony got a tip. That's all they got. They got some money thrown into the hat. They can't even give you a solid 4K 60 frames per second game yet. And you want to know what the excuse is? See, the sad part is y'all giving PlayStation excuses, man. Where's y'all's bravado at now? Y'all used to talk so hard just a week ago. Now y'all got excuses. I heard somebody give me an excuse today. Said something funny like, you know, the games, they just got developed. You think that they were supposed to come out with all this stuff right now? My answer was yeah, because Xbox don't seem to not have a problem taking care of real-time ray tracing, 120 frames per second, ultra 4K. They're not having a problem with that. These games coming out, and they get over here on the Xbox, and voila, magic occurs. I wonder why the magic occurs like that. No hassle. I wonder why Microsoft can just guarantee, yo, you buy the game, smart delivery, you get the daggum Series X, you don't pay us no more. Guess what? Your video game automatically upgrades to the Xbox Series X quality. Come on, man. What? Because you get one game like that over on the PlayStation, maybe one or two games, you think you got something to brag about? Really? Come on, man. You got to do better than that. You got to do better than that because blowing on a controller, man, is bad for your health. You played yourself, man. You look like grown-in man blowing on a controller. Come on, y'all. Stop it. Stop it. Some of y'all don't even brush y'all's teeth. You think blowing on your controller, you got to pass that controller to somebody, man. With all that spit and stuff. Bad breath all over that controller. And we're in a pandemic. Damn, it doesn't even sound right. Blow on a controller. Come on, man. We try to practice distance social. We try to not be so socialized right now. And you got us over here blowing on a controller. Passing a controller around. Because some of y'all won't even buy two controllers for it. $79.99 for that controller. Come on, man. You got to repay for your games. Y'all better wake up. All that's alluding to the fact that Sony's consolidating their plans. Usually, when you're consolidating, and I know that y'all want to act like Sony's just a genius with their money. Oh, look at them. They're placing their money so strategically and gracefully, well organized. They're doing all of this. But you know what? Microsoft is just making it rain. Just making it rain. And devs are just picking that money up. Matter of fact, Microsoft is just making it downpour. If y'all ain't never seen a downpour before, man, y'all about to step y'all's game up. Forget making it rain, man. Use dollars to do that. You got to make a downpour. Y'all ain't never downpoured nothing, then you can't move to next generation. This is about downpour. Yeah, we can blame it on Corona. But this problem with Sony and the PlayStation 5 was before Corona. Corona just didn't help their situation out. That's what happened. They don't want to tell you that. They want to, come out here with that sympathy article. Oh, the coronavirus. May not be able to get your consoles out till next year sometime. Yeah, that was food for the blind. But like I said, only over here on Di-RRec Gaming, I told y'all the prediction was late 2021 to early 2022. That came out of my mouth in 2018. But yet, because I ain't part of the circus, I ain't part of the industry clique, that Ain't nobody paying attention to legal. And that's what I love. Don't pay attention to me. Just know I'm saying it. Just know I'm saying it. And just know I'm not giving you the typical. All right? I'm not giving you the typical, man. I know what the typical is. And look, and I ain't got to tell you I ain't no tech genius because y'all already know that. I'm y'all. We gamers. Got to sit up here and tell you I ain't no tech genius. I'm not techno blast. Y'all think I am, bro. This ain't techno blast. We gamers up in here. All I can tell you is what I know because I research, because I'm passionate about what I do. You ain't got to be a genius to do this. All you got to do is know how to read. There's plenty more just like me who y'all overlook every single day. And that's one of them right there. That's one of them right there. You overlook him. But he's going to have his day as well. He's going to have his day. That's what's going to make y'all mad. Because just like plenty others going to have their day. And you can keep thinking whatever you want to think about us. At this point, it doesn't matter. Because what I'm saying is going to come to light. Get ready for that halo. That's all I'm going to say. The best thing for y'all to ever done is just be quiet about Halo. I try to tell y'all. Y'all just want to keep on acting like it's doom and gloom over there. Well, the worst thing is about to happen. Just know somebody cared about you and wanted to tell you. So if you need anxiety pills or that'll make you go into a nervous breakdown, do something now to prevent that because we don't want that happening to you, man. You don't need to get your blood pressure all up just because Xbox is going to be doing very well soon. Like it's not now. But just know that the day is coming. Everything is coming together. Y'all want to sit up here and act like we ain't never had a demo of this direct ray tracing AMD demo, like they didn't do it this year. Everybody wants to sit up here and act like you didn't know what's been going on because you didn't understand what was being shown to you. That you can't be ignorant for so long, man. You can't. You just can't. You choose to be that way. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. This isn't hard stuff. Just type it in. AMD RDNA 2 and GeForce RTX architecture to support DirectX 12 Ultimate. Who do you think that is? Who do you think DirectX 12 is, people? Who do you think that is? It's not Sony. What's wrong with y'all? There's nothing in the PC space that says PC and Sony is moving together. Nowhere. Nowhere to be found. So why the hell do people think that the PlayStation 5 is going to be on the same level as the Xbox Series X? Why? I don't get it. When they have no proof of that whatsoever. No proof. It's sad. It's really sad that they would choose to be this dumb. Their loyalty, I have no problems with that. I have no problems with their loyalty. Don't care that they love the PlayStation. Don't care. That is not my concern. But when we talking gaming, And we talking, there's levels to this. We got to keep it real. You're looking at the executive presidential level, the highest echelon level. Then you have the luxury edition level, and then you have the customized level, and then you just have the standard edition. And the PlayStation 5 is barely over the standard edition. It just barely made it over it. Because really it's like the standard edition with a few customized components to it. And so there's a confusion right there. There's a confusion right there. But today is not a show of confusion. It's a show of letdown. Y'all gonna wonder why I've been calling y'all half-breeds and donkeys and mules and centaurs, because those are really code names for what is the hypocrisy that will not carry over to next generational gaming. But what do you mean legal? Let me elaborate. What did they call the PlayStation 5, everybody? What did they call it? They called it a hybrid console. Did they not say that? The PlayStation 5 is a hybrid console. Am I just saying that? I mean, really, people, am I just saying that? I'm just saying, am I talking off the side of my head, man? Or the side of my neck? All right, well, dig this. I didn't say it. A Sony engineer said it. So I guess if you're going to get mad, right, you got to take it up with this guy. A Sony engineer claims that the PlayStation 5 GPU is not based on RDNA 2. There you go. All right. Look, what y'all need to understand is you can have certain features, certain customizable parts, just like anything else. You know what? Let me go down to the streets real quick. You know, when I used to live in Memphis, man, there's certain parts of Memphis that have real low poverty, man. Very real low poverty. And there's certain places in Memphis that you better just not go if you're not even from there. And I'm being dead serious. Like, there's some places, man, you just can't go. It's kind of like Gary, Indiana, bro. It's real stuff like that. Like Southside Chicago stuff, you know? You just can't make that left turn. So, I mean, but there were some things while I lived in Memphis that even in the struggle, you found some humor. And I remember one time we had a bad hurricane situation. And this hurricane, I can't remember the name of it, but it came up through the Gulf. It tore up Mississippi. It came up through it hit a low pressure zone, as a matter of fact. And it rolled the tail of that bad boy. And it just stayed right on the Mississippi River Valley. Stayed right there. I mean, it flooded us out and everything, right? So the fuel stations and everything went down. But before they did, they were telling everybody fuel up, you know, for safety purposes. Go to the gas stations and fuel up. And I remember, man, and doing that. You know, I remember doing that. And while I was doing that, there were things that I saw that even in the height of struggle, I found humor. Now, I saw things like, I wouldn't even call a hoopty. All right? The kind of cars that I saw would give hoopties a Mercedes-Benz look. But yet, when I looked at their rims, they'd be spinning hubcaps. And you're wondering, like, what the hell are you thinking? Is that serious to want to fit in? That you would get some hubcaps because you want to look like you got some Sprewells. And these were the days when the Sprewell rims were very popular. You know, even 3 6 Mafia made a song about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very possible that you could be living in a shack but have a porch that looks like a palace. Why? Because of the word customize. Customize just means that. You can put a faceplate over it. You can make it look as good as you want, but you can't never take away the true identity of something that's now on another level. Soon you will face the reality when you walk inside the place. So, the PlayStation 5 can look next gen all it wants to. It can tout that it's next gen all it wants to. But the customization proves it. But the realization says, like a game show host when you miss the question. Sony engineer claims that the PlayStation 5 GPU is not based on RDNA 2. That sounds like somebody put a hubcap rim on a hoopty. Rather, a hybrid. What? A hybrid between 1 and 2. So you mean to tell me that this damn thing is a half breed? Now y'all feeling me now, right? You feeling me? This damn console's a half breed. You got a half breed. Yo. It's like, come on, man. Who they trying to fool here? Because of how it looks, the paint job looks all good on it. The PlayStation 5 engineer by the name of Rosario Leonardi has claimed that the next-gen console won't be based on RDNA 2. Rather, it'll be a hybrid or middle ground between RDNA 1 and 2. We know he's not lying. He's not lying. He can't lie about this stuff. He's a Sony engineer. He worked on the console. He can't lie about it. It's a hybrid. It's a hybrid. Sony made this thing look next generation, but it's not next generation. It's not. Now, here comes the deeper thing. Here comes the deeper aspect that I don't know, that I ain't heard nobody say. And here's the deeper stuff. What do you get out of a hybrid? What do you mean, legal? It's about to get real up in here. What do you get out of a hybrid? Anything that's a hybrid. Let's go to nature. When you mingle two animals together that in the natural world, they would not never mingle together, you create a hybrid animal. So in that hybrid animal, what happens? What takes place? Defects. Defects. The inability to reproduce. It's limited. Now we're in the technological terminology. It's limited. Since the PlayStation 5 is a half-breed gimmick, it's limited. It's a hybrid. It is a mixture between two things that cannot carry it over to next generation because it's a hybrid. It cannot come. It can look. It can serve its purpose for the time it's alive. And that's what it did. Why do you think the Xbox One X is done now? The Xbox One X is kind of similar of a hybrid. It's similar to it, right? It was still using the Jaguar situation. They what? They put the 4K chip in it. But it still looked like what? A high-class Xbox Series S. Let's think about that. The 4K chip is what made the Xbox One X what it was. That's it. Without that, it wouldn't have mattered what they did with that Jaguar. Wouldn't have mattered. It had to have that 4K chip in there. So this thing here is a damn hybrid, bro. That's it. It's about like, you experiment in the lab and you give up. Let's just put a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Let's take the dog and let's take the cat. See what we can make out of that. See what comes up out of that. While Microsoft said, you know what? We're going to create a monster. And we're going to create a monster that eats monsters. That's what it did. It made a freak of nature. It made a Godzilla. See what I'm saying? There's a difference. It made a monster. It made a Hydra. It made a great Tyrannosaurus Rex. While Sony made a centaur, a freaking minotaur, a mule. That's what it made. It made a mule. It made something that can't even continue itself. But the Xbox is future-proof. And it's going to be future-proof for many years down the line, like I've been said it will be. And not only is it going to be that, but it's going to carry. Notice what I said. PC ain't carrying Xbox. Xbox is going to carry the entire PC community on its back. And at the same time while it's doing that, it's going to be taking its games too. Collaborating it over there. So, you don't even have to go buy a PC. You hear these clowns talking about, I'm going to get me a PC. Well, you go right on ahead, buddy. Go right on ahead. Get you a PC. Get you a small little monitor. All right? Because I'm not going to be playing Cyberpunk 2077 on a 27-inch screen. I don't give a damn how many hertz it has. 27-inch screen ain't going to provide true 4K nowhere. Now you're talking some supernatural abilities. Get the hell out of here. Xbox, as much as y'all hated it just a week ago, you're going to love it tomorrow. You're going to really love it tomorrow. But for all of those who've been down on Xbox, man, the day is coming when I'm going to laugh at all of y'all. And a lot of y'all are so funny and fake. Y'all like to straddle that fence because you really want to jump over here, but because of how you've acted all these years, you don't even know how to be a true Xbox fan. You really want, I know, it's like, stand up in the community. You have any confessions to make? Stand up now and confess your sins. Confess that you've been fronting on yourself. Confess that you've been slapping yourself in the face and you just don't know how to come home. We know because we've been sitting over here laughing at you. And maybe we wrong for doing that. But damn, at some point, the true Xbox fans got to get some kind of glory. We got to get something out of this. So the best way I only know how we can do it is laugh at you. All these clowns out here trying to huddle up together to stay warm this winter. It's kind of funny how y'all do that. All of a sudden now, y'all want to huddle up and be buddies. Because y'all know that ass whooping is coming. It's coming. Ain't no sense of huddling up, man. That ain't going to save you. That ain't going to save you. All that doubting you did, you don't understand because you never was a student of Xbox. You should have never been speaking on Xbox. This ain't something to be playing around with, man. It's a real gaming community. You know what I'm saying? Play them real games. We ain't talking about indies. We're not talking about playing hundreds of indies. And now you want to stand up in the community with a voice. Not talking about nothing like that, man. We talking about playing these real games out here, man. And listen, some of these, look, we got a real indie game coming, right? We got a real one. We ain't talking about no little princess and cupcake circus. We're not talking about stuff like that. Come on, man. I'm not talking about stuff like that. You talking about you a gamer, then come talk gaming talk. We're not talking about stuff like that. And that's not a knock to indie games, but we're just saying there's levels to this. Respect the levels, man. Respect the levels. In any game, you level up, you prestige, respect that. Don't come talking all that low-class stuff, man, and you trying to put your chest out here, and all you've been doing is playing indie games. Come on, man. Don't try to make that excuse up that you love the achievement hunt. Nah, we know what's up. We know what's up. So you got to be what you call it, institutionalized now. It's good. You need to be institutionalized because you can't come out here in these streets, man. Because if we stop caring and we really want to start talking, it's gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings, man. But we good guys down here, man. We ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? We won't sit there and let you play yourself on out. That's why I did this show tonight. I'm talking to my streets so they get it for real. They understand that there is no PlayStation 5 on the stage with next generation. There's only 3. That's the Xbox Series X, AMD, and NVIDIA. Why? Because AMD and NVIDIA has to have the elements of Microsoft in order to move forward. Bottom line, just know that. It ain't PC. PC ain't moving console gaming. Them days is over. Those days is over. It's a hybrid, y'all. Hybrids got defects. That's it. Bottom line, just know that. PC and the Xbox Series X. Notice I didn't say anybody else. They're going to go hand in hand. They're going to go hand in hand. There ain't no PlayStation 5 in this. Get that on out your mind. Just because you see them say the RDNA 2 architecture, for the future of console gamers of the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, when you see that PlayStation 5, don't let it lose your mind anymore. They have to say that because PlayStation 5 is a customer of AMD. They ain't build no chip. They ain't co-engineer nothing. Get that out your mind, man. It's not just I'm letting you down easy tonight. There's no hope, all right? There's no hope. Yeah, man, I know who you are, Bubbles. There's no hope. Just know that. Stop bringing it around next generational talk. You can have something that looks like something. You can have the biggest hoopty in the world rolling around with rims, new age rims, Vogues, and all of that. But your car is still old and raggedy, man. Your car's still old and raggedy. If you're going to do everybody knows that it's never about the outside or the rims of a car. It's always what's under the hood. And when you open up the hood of the Xbox Series X and you open up the hood of the PlayStation 5, they don't even come close. They don't even utilize the same components the same way. They don't even operate even closely together. It's not even a mutual situation. The only thing that's mutual, and I'm gonna say this again, is the Xbox Series X, NVIDIA 6000 cards the AMD 6000 cards and the NVIDIA graphic cards that use the DirectX 12 Ultimate logos on them. Other than that, we don't hear you. What are you talking about, next generation? What's next generation? Y'all can't even tell us what you got for next generation. What do you got? Like, y'all, man, come on, man. Like, damn. Y'all ever heard of Open HLSL? Y'all ever heard of that? I mean, these things Microsoft is going to be using, right, to offset workloads of the Series X. It's crazy. These things that Microsoft already has in store are automatically to be placed on default just so that the Xbox Series X can flow at a steady pace. It's not going to need hardware to do that. It's not. That's what they don't understand. They keep looking at the Xbox Series X like it has to have all that hardware because they don't know nothing else but PlayStation, man. They don't know nothing else. So they look at everything that Microsoft does. They look at it like that's how they should do it because Sony did it like this or Sony did it like that. That's how they look at things. They can't see outside the box. They can't see outside the box. So because they can't see outside it, that's going to be their downfall. That's what's going to be their downfall. I'm letting y'all know that right now. That's why you see them running all around with their heads cut off. They don't know which way to go. They'll accept anything that sounds good. They'll accept it. Anything that comes their way that says RDNA 2 for PlayStation 5, they'll accept it. But you're known for your works, right? So at the end of the day, when Sony still hasn't shown them anything next gen, still hasn't, that's the key word. Sony still hasn't shown them anything next gen. I mean, it's right there. Come on, man. It's right there. This thing, DirectX 12 Ultimate, is crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's an upgrade from DXR 1.0. It's crazy. Let's talk about it. GPU work creation now allows ray tracing, right? This enables shaders on the GPU to invoke ray tracing without an intervening round trip back to the CPU. Come on, man. Talk to me. This enables shaders on the GPU to invoke ray tracing without an intervening round trip back to the CPU. This thing ain't going back around to the CPU to talk to it. This thing, once it leaves the mouth, it's gone. This ability is useful for adaptive ray tracing scenarios like shader-based cooling, sorting, classification, and refinement. Basically, scenarios that prepare ray tracing work on the GPU and then immediately spawn it. Immediately it spawns it. Streaming engines can now more efficiently load new ray tracing shaders as needed when the player moves around the world and new objects become visible. Visible as needed. Inline ray tracing is an alternative form of ray tracing that gives developers the option to drive more of the ray tracing process as opposed to handling work, scheduling entirely to the system, like I was saying. Dynamic shading. We all know about that. It is available in any shader stage, including compute shaders, pixel shaders, etc. Both the dynamic shading and inline forms of ray tracing use the same OPEC acceleration structures. Just learned something, didn't you? Because I didn't know that. Let's use Technoblast. Perhaps the developer knows their scenario is simple enough that the overhead of dynamic shader schedule is not worthwhile. For example, a well-constrained way of calculating shadows. It could be convenient, efficient to query an acceleration structure from a shader that doesn't support dynamic shader-based rays, like a compute shader or pixel shader. This situation is going to be beautiful for devs, man. It might be helpful to combine dynamic shader-based ray tracing with the inline form. Some ray tracing shader stages, like intersection shaders and any hit shaders, don't even support trace and rays via dynamic shader-based ray tracing. But the inline form is available everywhere. This stuff is good stuff, man. The variable rate shading, VRS, allows developers to selectively vary a game's shading rate. This lets them dial up the GPU power and more important parts of the game for better visuals and dial back the GPU power and less important areas for a game for better speed. We know that. It's the beauty of it. Mesh shaders give developers more programmability than ever before by bringing the full power of generalized GPU's compute to the geometry pipeline. Mesh shaders allow developers to build a more detailed and dynamic worlds than ever before. Mark what I said about Halo. The introduction of the Series X was real. Understand, the mesh shader technique is to guarantee that these worlds are going to be unlike nothing we have experienced before. Understand that stuff. When you walk through a brush, hey, that brush is going to be cracking and the leaves might sound like they deteriorating under your feet. And then when you run past some bushes, you're going to see the leaves move when you run past them. You hide in it, it's going to make noise. Branches are going to be moving. Bro, this ain't going to be like you just jump in some water and you barely see the water splash like they do on PlayStation, man. Come on, man. Y'all saw how Ellie looked when she was in the water, bro. Come on, man. That stuff wasn't next gen, man. Wasn't even close to it. This stuff is going to be remarkable, people. Just know it's a game over situation. Just know I let everything down and I didn't want to play around. I didn't want to play around tonight, man. Just go ahead. You can overlook the new legal. You can overlook this. That's fine with me. Just know my gratification comes when everything I just said happens. And to the few that took their time out of their life to get this, they're going to be laughing with me. They're going to laugh with me because they know what's coming. They know what's coming. Everything that y'all didn't want happening is happening. That's the situation right now. Y'all talked about Xbox not having no games. Well, Xbox has all the games just about now, and they got all the next generational games. It's pretty sad, ain't it? Y'all ain't even going next gen, man. Y'all hybrids, man. Y'all hybrids. Centaurs, man. And half-breed stuff. We don't know what's going on with y'all over there. Y'all done put together a car with bicycle parts. Y'all got bicycle parts inside your car. We don't know what's going on. Damn mopeds on your motorcycles. On your Harley Davidsons, you got scooter parts. We trying to figure it out over here. You know? Facts. They got dollar store materials out of the East Chase Park Mall. You know what's going on over here? I'm just letting y'all know that this console is a hybrid. The word hybrid said it all. You didn't have to look further than that. Once that word hybrid came out of that engineer's mouth, it was game over. Yes. You know the situation for the hybrid for the Xbox Series X is this. PC element with the console element. That's their hybrid. That's the hybrid that's going to happen. The hybrid that's going to happen for next generation is called Xbox Series X, AMD 6000 cars, and Ryzen's DirectX logo next generation graphic cards. That's the hybrid situation over there. Microsoft, with its Xbox brand, married the PC world. All right? AMD is his wife, NVIDIA is his concubine. Bottom line. NVIDIA just makes sure the floors get swept, mop, vacuum, clothes washed, folded, hung up. It's like takes care of the house. AMD, it's the wife. She's out there, the independent wife out there working hard with her husband. Microsoft out there working hard. They come home and their food is cooked because NVIDIA got them a good meal. NVIDIA reaps the benefits because NVIDIA makes sure the house is clean. We don't know what the hell Sony's doing. We got Jim Ryan over here crying, talking about he mad because Microsoft buying up stuff and he don't like the way they doing that. That's coming from Lion Ryan now. Lion Ryan. You see Mark Cerny, he done hid himself in the closet somewhere with his wizard stick. He don't know what to do right now. He's trying to come up with a plan that he can lie about to his fan base to get them all crazed up again. He's gonna come out soon and say something stupid, and the PlayStation fans will believe him. You know how he does, man. He'll work up something. You see how long it took him to get debunked from the SSD situation. That dude's got some mighty influence, don't he? Boy, he can say anything. He can say anything. But, you know, it's funny to watch that community, man. Just, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow, man. That damn Gears 5 is just breaking PC haters' hearts right now. My goodness, man. The damn game looks better on the Xbox Series X. That is insane. Wow. We got Gears Tactics. We got a DLC coming. I mean, it's just, look, man, Xbox is the place to be. I mean, listen, you trying to go next gen, you're going to have to wait a while because, you know, the consoles just aren't available. But you know what? You got time. You got time. You got time, man. You got time to jump over here and experience greatness, real greatness, not commercial greatness. Microsoft ain't gonna babble you with a bunch of commercials. They're not gonna come over here and talk to you about a bunch of console sales. Them days is over. Them days died in 2014. You want to crown yourself at that, crown yourself at that. But get with that Game Pass today. See, like I told y'all stuck in the past. We're going to keep you right in the past, right where we want you. Keep talking VHS talk in a Blu-ray world. Keep doing it. Keep talking about how many consoles the PlayStation 4 sold, and we don't even have PlayStation 4 talks right now no more. What happened to that? What happened to PlayStation 4? Damn. What happened to that console, man? I still say keep it. You know what I'm saying? No need to get the PlayStation 5, right? It's a hybrid. The PlayStation 4 is not a hybrid. PlayStation 4 runs better than the PlayStation Pro. What's up with that? Man, it just don't make no sense out here, man. But like I said, man, whatever floats your boat, the new legal don't care that you go out here and buy your PlayStation 5 because you feel like you a gamer, or you just go right on in and go buy that PlayStation 5 because you a gamer. Go spend thousands of dollars. And that's how you sleep good at night. You just go right on ahead. But I'm not about people who spend a lot of money. I'm about the people who give a lot of money. The givers are the bigger spenders. So if you want to impress the new legal, give as much as you get. Then you're truly blessed. Until I see that, you can miss me with all that. I don't care about all that. Anybody can do that. I just got an offer $40 an hour to go back up to North Dakota, I turned down. I turned down money. I ain't got to sit up here and tell y'all about what I spend my money on. I'm a grown-ass man. I don't want to hear what you spend your money on every day. But get out here and play some of these damn games. I don't want to hear about anything on the console that's not next generation. So you ain't talking about next gen, you ain't talking Xbox. Like I told y'all, there's going to come a day when they mention gaming, they're going to have to mention Xbox. That day is coming. It's coming. Doesn't matter where you go. Go PC, Xbox. Sad how PC players still think 1440p is going to save them. Reminds me of Chris Hart, thinking 1080p is going to make him a better gamer. They done told Chris Hart all kind of lies. He ain't no better at gaming as he was in 2012 than he is now. They done told him all kind of lies. They told him God of War was going to make him a better father. He believed that too. Don't make no sense, man. It doesn't matter when it was developed. You can't educate somebody. The damn thing's been out for over 25 years. What you talking about? It was being used in movies. You ain't educating nobody. It's old news. But it's new news to gaming. That's what you need to understand. Sony ain't implemented nothing. It's not built into their console. That's why you can't tell us that. Stop lying. We don't care about that. It's not built into their console. Just like their HDR wasn't built into their console. When they lied to y'all on stage with the Pro, and y'all fell for that. Fell for that okie doke. When y'all gonna stop looking stupid out here, man? The best thing for y'all to do is stop believing what they tell y'all and just figure it out yourselves when it slaps you in your face. Just do that. It's better for you to just do that. Don't sit up here and tell the world that the PlayStation 4 Pro is gonna get HDR on all their games, right? They ain't did that yet. They ain't did that yet. And that it was gonna come by way of firmware. Don't do HDR like that. That was the funniest thing they ever said. Only a dummy would have believed that. Well, you know what they say? There's a dummy born every day. There's a dummy born every day. Every single day. The guy came out and told them, have you ever noticed something about PlayStation fans? They don't even believe Sony. They told them it was a hybrid. They don't believe that. They'll ignore the facts and come out here in these streets and still say some blasphemy. They'll say stuff that they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. Like I told you, just because it sounds good, it gives them hope. But look what's happening. He's talking about ray tracing, but he ain't got one game that's got it. That's showing it like the Xbox Series X is showing it. That's not what PlayStation is talking about. And the media, they're talking about that controller you blow on. That's more impressive than PlayStation 5's ray tracing abilities right now. It's the controller that you can blow on. That's more impressive. That controller changed the way we play games. It's a revolutionary situation. Man, this stuff is crazy. But I love each and every one of y'all, though. I love y'all. Just want y'all to know that I'm gonna walk out of this thing victorious. It was too easy. It was just too easy, man. Did this on purpose tonight. So here it is. If you didn't get anything else, let's sum this whole show up. Here's how this is what the future's gonna hold, right? PlayStation 5 is a hybrid console between RDNA 1 and 2. So that disqualifies it right off the gate. It's not next generation. It's done already. It's gone. Off the table. Second, Microsoft and the PC community is one. NVIDIA, AMD, and Microsoft walk through gaming hand in hand in a marriage. That's it. 3, Xbox features will be the same as the PC features for next generation. If you want those next generation features, you have a choice. It's called get a PC or get an Xbox Series X. It's not called get a PlayStation 5. Just know that the PlayStation 5 is not in the same stage. It's never been on the same stage. They just lost their minds because they kept reading them articles that would say stuff like, oh, AMD is going to have RDNA 2 for Microsoft, Xbox Series X, and Sony's PlayStation 5. And they took that and they ran with it, not knowing that the damn thing was a hybrid. When that damn thing came out, said it was a hybrid, all y'all caught L's. It was the most funniest situation ever. Y'all really thought y'all was walking in the next gen. And then it wasn't too long ago that AMD had to come out and just tell y'all, look, the only console that's next generation is the Xbox Series X. And y'all still trying to debate about that. Listen, PlayStation fans out there that try so hard to make Xbox fans feel bad. It's not working anymore. Stop it. Get a new occupation. We know it's hurting y'all real bad because PlayStation ain't the talk of the town no more. All the gimmicks and the shenanigans and the narratives have ran dry. Y'all looking for a damn wilderness in a desert, only to find an oasis with a drop of water in it. Man, y'all out here looking crazy. All I'm going to say is, look out for Halo Infinite. Look out for any news about Halo Infinite. It's going to make you cry. It's going to hurt y'all feelings. No. The Series S isn't showing ray tracing, but little Kevin Hart console is doing ray tracing. It's funny, ain't it? That just got confirmed by Aaron Greenberg. Another L. Y'all said it couldn't do ray tracing. Y'all caught another L. Damn. Y'all just can't get no W, man. Not this, not even the slightest W. Y'all can't even get into the 20-yard. Y'all can't even get into the red zone. You can't even attempt. Can't even get into a threatening situation to attempt to get a touchdown. I mean, it's pretty pathetic right now, man. Y'all went from selling 113 million consoles to begging on the corner box of the gaming industry. Begging. Y'all got y'all hands out, wanting the Azure products. That's sad, man. That's pretty pathetic. Y'all out here you can't even flex your wallet around. Y'all out here consolidating stuff. Like you got a debt problem or something, you know what I'm saying? Y'all out here tripping, man. All we're gonna say is this. If Ultra 4K 120 is too much for you, stay in your lane, man. Stop trying to be us. Stop trying to be us with the BS. You know, it's just a great time to be an Xbox fan. But just understand, you don't walk next generation. You don't walk that walk. You can't talk that talk. Just Jim Ryan's fault. It ain't nobody else's fault. It's just Jim Ryan's fault. It's sad enough that he's been lying to y'all all these years, and then, you know, it is what it is. But I want to say thanks to everybody that came out tonight. I appreciate all of y'all. Shout out to the General Road, my man Technoblast, and to everybody in the Xbox community and all my real gamers. And even if you don't like the Xbox, you came out here, appreciate you as well. It's been a new legal, y'all. Y'all have a great week. See y'all on the 10th. I can hear the footsteps coming. It's the Xbox Series X. We out of here.